I bundled my purchase of the DeWalt 780 scroll saw stand with my scroll saw and light because it was cheaper than purchasing them individually. After I unboxed everything, I realized there was a lot more parts and pieces to this base. I laid them all out on my table here to make sure that I had everything accounted for. I do have to give it to the manufacturer. They did a good job wrapping everything in plastic to make sure nothing got scratched or dinged up. I didn't find these instructions that helpful. It's not that they were totally useless, it's just that I thought they should have included a little bit more details, close-up shots of where the screws and the bolts go, and a little bit more detail on how the parts and pieces fit together. In order to figure out where all the pieces went in the right order, I started working upside down first. Next, I inserted the bolts and screws into their places and hand tightened everything down. I hand tightened everything because I wanted the ability to move and flex things if I needed to. I started with the front bolts. When you're putting them in, be sure to have something to hold up the brackets because they tend to fall over. Next, I moved to the back brace. I put everything in place to make sure it was going to fit before I started putting the screws in. This is the last bolt and screw that I put in before I started tightening everything up. After I tightened everything up, it was time to flip everything over. You gotta be a little careful here because you only have a little bit of the support with the bolts, and even though you tighten them, it's still gonna bend on you, and you don't want to bend the metal by accident. Okay, so now I'm installing the front faceplate. This is to help support the two posts in the front. Next, I need to install the bottom brace. This supports the whole entire stand from moving backwards and forwards when you have your scroll saw on top. This is an interesting plate. It's used for adjusting your stand when you have uneven surfaces. I really appreciate this design feature. If you're finding this video helpful, smash that thumbs up button. I'd appreciate it. And if you have any questions, post them in the comments below. I love to read them and I'll be happy to answer them. The last bolt and screw that I had to insert was for the top. Here's a view of what those bolts and screws look like from the bottom. And that's how you put together the stand. Overall, I'm pretty pleased with the build quality of this. It's pretty thick gauged metal and I believe it'll hold my scroll saw really well. Installing the scroll saw on top of the stand is really easy. All you do is set it on top, insert your bolt through the bottom so it pops through the top, put your washer and your lock ring on and then your nut, and then tighten down. Then you're going to repeat bolt, washer, lock nut, nut, tighten everything up, and then you're going to move to the back. The back is a little tricky. You first need to pull the base bolt out a little bit so you can feed the top bolt that attaches to the scroll saw. Once you've tightened everything, you can push the bolt back through and tighten it as well, and then your scroll saw is attached to the top and you're ready to use it. I hope you enjoyed the unboxing and the assembly of this stand. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to post them below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Next, I'm going to be doing a review on this DeWalt scroll saw and the light. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to get notified when that video comes out. Alright, well that's it for now. Till next time, I'll see you later.